Marcus Thompson has never forgotten what 6 seconds of silence sounds like. Not the silence itself. That lasted much longer. It's the 6 seconds before the silence. The 6 seconds when his entire gym was watching, when his reputation was on the line, when he made a decision that would change the next 50 years of his life. Los Angeles, California, East 7th Street, March 16, 1971. Tuesday afternoon. A building that used to be a warehouse. Now it's a gym. Marcus Thompson's gym. No sign outside. No advertising. Word of mouth only. If you know, you know. If you need to ask, you don't belong here. The gym is one large room. Concrete floor. Exposed brick walls. Metal ceiling beams with fluorescent lights hanging from chains. The upcoming fights board lists names and dates. Underground matches. Street fights. Bare-knuckle competitions. The kind that don't get advertised in newspapers. The kind where fighters get paid in cash and medical attention is optional. 4 heavy bags hang from the beams. Speed bags mounted on platforms. A worn boxing ring in the corner. Weight bench with mismatched plates. Jump ropes. Hand wraps. The smell of old leather, sweat, concrete dust. The sound of impact. Fists hitting bags. Feet shuffling. Men breathing hard. Training. Marcus Thompson is 32 years old. 6'3", 270 pounds. Built like someone who moves freight for a living, but fights for respect. He's wearing a white tank top that shows arms thick as most men's legs. Black athletic pants. White sneakers. No gloves. Just wraps on his hands. He's working the heavy bag. Each punch makes the bag swing violently. The chain rattles. The sound echoes off concrete walls. Marcus grew up in South Central. Learned to fight before he learned to read. Street fighting. Alley fighting. Fighting because that's what you did to survive. By 18, he was competing in underground bare-knuckle matches. By 25, he had a reputation. Undefeated in street fights. The bull hit him, and he'd walk through it. Hit you back, and you'd remember it for weeks. Marcus opened this gym 3 years ago. Trains fighters who can't afford fancy boxing gyms. Men who work construction during the day and fight at night for extra money. Men who respect power. Men who understand that talking means nothing and winning means everything. Marcus teaches them what he knows. How to take a punch. How to give one back harder. How to survive. Tuesday afternoon, 4 p.m. 15 fighters in the gym. Some hitting bags. Some doing floor work. Some sparring in the ring. All of them serious. All of them focused. This isn't a fitness gym. This is a fighting gym. You come here to get better, or you don't come back. The door opens. Daylight cuts across the concrete floor. A small man walks in. Asian. Chinese. Marcus assumes. Maybe 5'7", can't weigh more than 140 pounds. Wearing black t-shirt, jeans, simple shoes. Looks like someone who got lost, looking for a restaurant. Behind him walks Tommy, one of Marcus's students. Tommy trains here 3 times a week, works as a welder, fights on weekends. Good kid. Respectful. Tommy says, "Marcus, this is Bruce Lee. He's a martial arts instructor. I asked if he wanted to check out the gym, maybe train with us." Marcus wipes sweat from his face, looks at this Bruce Lee, small, thin. Doesn't look like a fighter, doesn't look like someone who belongs in this gym. Marcus has seen martial artists before, karate guys who come in wearing their gis, thinking forms and kata will help in a real fight. They usually leave after one sparring session. Reality hits different than choreography. Marcus nods. Professional, says, "Welcome. You train martial arts." His tone isn't disrespectful, just assessing. Trying to understand what this small man wants in a gym built for big men who hit hard. Bruce says yes. "I teach Jeet Kune Do. I'm looking for training partners. People who fight for real, not sport. Real." Marcus hears the words, understands the request, but looking at Bruce's size, Marcus doesn't see how this makes sense. Bruce is maybe half Marcus's weight. Reach disadvantage would be massive. Power disadvantage would be total. One punch from Marcus would end any exchange. How is this productive training for either of them? Marcus's fighters are watching now. Work has slowed. They're curious. Who is this small Chinese guy? Why is Tommy bringing him here? What does he want? Marcus tries to be polite. Says, brother, no disrespect, but this gym is for street fighting, real fighting. Size matters. Power matters. You look like you weigh what my left leg weighs. Martial arts is great for discipline and philosophy, but here, in real fights, size wins. Bruce doesn't react defensively. No anger, no ego rising to meet the challenge. Just calmly says, I understand why you think that. Would you like to test it? The gym gets quieter. Bags stop swinging. Conversations stop. 15 fighters are now fully paying attention. Did this small man just challenge Marcus? Did he just ask the bull if he wants to test fighting him? Marcus looks around. His students are watching. His reputation is watching. He's built this gym on the principle that real fighting proves everything. He can't back down from a challenge in his own gym. That would undermine everything he teaches. But he also doesn't want to hurt this small man. That proves nothing and makes Marcus look like a bully. Marcus says, look, I don't want to hurt you. I outweigh you by 130 pounds. I've been street fighting for 15 years. This isn't a good idea. Bruce says, I'm not asking you to hurt me. I'm asking you to try to hit me. Just try. If you can land one clean strike, you're right. Size matters. If you can't, maybe there's something to learn. The challenge is clear now. The gym is completely silent. Every fighter watching. This small man is challenging Marcus Thompson in Marcus Thompson's gym in front of Marcus Thompson's students. Marcus thinks, this guy has confidence, earned or foolish. Only one way to find out. Marcus says, okay, light contact. Demonstration only. I'll try to hit you. You try to show me why size doesn't matter. Fair. Bruce nods. Fair. They move to the center of the open floor space. Bags pushed aside. 15 fighters form a loose circle. Watching, waiting. This is entertainment. This is education. This is about to be memorable one way or another. Marcus rolls his shoulders. Loosens his neck. He's not worried. He's confident. But he's also professional. Doesn't underestimate. Assumes Bruce has some skill, or he wouldn't be this calm. Marcus decides to test with a jab. Fast, controlled. Just to see how Bruce reacts. Bruce stands naturally, hands at his sides. No fighting stance, just standing. Waiting. Marcus throws the jab. Fast, direct, aimed at Bruce's shoulder. Not trying to hurt, just trying to touch. Prove the point about reach advantage. Bruce isn't there. Moved offline. 6 inches. Minimal movement. Marcus's jab finds air. Marcus resets. Okay, Bruce is quick, but quickness only delays the inevitable. Marcus has fought quick guys before. Eventually they get tired. Eventually size catches up. Marcus throws a combination. Jab cross. Faster now. Committing more. Both punches aimed at Bruce's torso. 2 chances to land. Bruce moves between the punches. Not stepping back. Stepping at an angle. Off Marcus's center line. Both punches miss. Not by much. By inches. But miss completely. The gym is watching closely now. Marcus Thompson just threw 3 punches. All 3 missed. Against a man 130 pounds lighter. Marcus feels something unfamiliar. Frustration. He's not angry. Just confused. His timing is good. His technique is clean. But Bruce seems to know where the punches are going before Marcus fully commits. Marcus decides to change approach. Uses his size, steps forward. Closes distance. Reaches out to grab Bruce's shoulder. If he can't punch him, he'll control him. Show him what strength difference actually means. Bruce's hand intercepts Marcus's wrist before the grab completes. Light touch. No force. Just redirects Marcus's arm offline. Then Bruce's other hand taps Marcus's ribs. Gentle tap. Could have been a strike. Wasn't. just contact. Showing the opening. Marcus feels it. That tap, that point where a real strike would have landed. While Marcus was reaching, his entire midsection was exposed. Bruce could have hit him anywhere, chose to just touch. To demonstrate. Marcus backs up, breathing harder, not from exertion, from realization. He can't touch this small man, can't grab him, can't corner him. Bruce is always where Marcus isn't attacking, always positioned where the next opening appears. 6 seconds have passed since they started. Marcus has attempted 6 techniques, landed 0. Bruce has demonstrated 6 openings without hurting Marcus, without needing to. The gym is completely silent. 15 fighters frozen, watching their teacher, their mentor, their undefeated street champion, unable to touch a man half his size. Marcus stops, stands up straight, breathes, looks at Bruce with different eyes. This isn't luck. This isn't speed. This is something Marcus doesn't understand. Something his 15 years of street fighting never taught him. Marcus says, "What did you just do?" Bruce says, "I showed you that fighting isn't about size, it's about understanding distance, timing and positioning. You're very strong, very powerful, but you telegraph your intentions. Your shoulder drops before you punch. Your weight shifts before you grab. I don't react to your technique. I react to your preparation. By the time you execute, I'm already repositioned." Marcus says, "How do I defend against that?" Bruce says, "You don't defend, you learn not to telegraph. You learn to strike from where you are, not where you need to be. You learn that power without precision is just noise." One of Marcus's fighters asks, "Would you teach us?" Bruce looks at Marcus. This is his gym, his students. If he wants me to teach, I'll teach principles, but only if he asks. Marcus feels the weight of the moment. 6 seconds ago he was confident, unquestioned, the authority in this space. Now he's standing in his own gym, proven wrong in front of 15 witnesses. His ego wants to reject this, wants to dismiss it, wants to protect his reputation. But Marcus didn't build this gym on ego, built it on results, on what works, and what just happened works. Undeniably, measurably. Bruce Lee just demonstrated something Marcus has never seen. Marcus extends his hand, says, "Would you teach us, not replace what we do? Add to it, show us what you just showed me." Bruce shakes his hand, says, "I'll come Tuesday afternoons. Teach principles. You keep teaching power and toughness. I'll teach positioning and economy. Together your fighters will be complete." Over the next 2 years, Bruce comes to Marcus's gym every Tuesday, 4 p.m. Like clockwork, teaches sensitivity drills, teaches trapping, teaches how to strike without telegraphing, teaches that being formless makes you unpredictable, teaches that water adapts and fire consumes, but both are powerful when properly channeled. Marcus's fighters improve. Their tournament records improve. Their street fight outcomes improve. Not because they abandon Marcus's teaching, because they add Bruce's principles. Power plus precision, toughness plus adaptability, size plus intelligence. Marcus himself transforms, still 270 pounds, still powerful, but now moves differently. Doesn't telegraph, doesn't commit to single techniques, flows, adapts, becomes more dangerous because he's less predictable. When Bruce Lee dies in 1973, Marcus closes the gym for a week, processes the loss. Not just of a teacher, of a friend, of someone who changed everything. Marcus thought he knew, without ever making Marcus feel small for not knowing. 50 years later, Marcus is 82 years old, still teaching, still running the gym on East 7th Street. The upcoming fights board still lists street matches. But now the training includes Bruce's principles, sensitivity drills, chi sao, trapping, the fusion of street fighting and martial arts philosophy. When students ask about Bruce Lee, Marcus tells them the truth, says, "I laughed at his size, not to his face, but in my mind, thought kung fu wouldn't work in real fighting. 6 seconds later, I was standing in my own gym, unable to touch him. He could have humiliated me, could have struck me, could have walked away. Instead, he offered to teach. That's not martial arts. That's character. Marcus says, 6 seconds silenced my entire gym. But the silence taught us more than the 6 seconds. The silence was us realizing everything we thought we knew had limitations, and the man we underestimated was offering to fill those gaps. 15 fighters witnessed it. 15 fighters learned from it. Over 50 years, those 15 fighters taught hundreds more, and hundreds more. After that, the ripple continues. Marcus Thompson's gym still trains fighters, still produces champions, still operates on the principle that real fighting proves everything. But now real fighting includes Bruce's philosophy, includes precision, includes adaptability, includes the understanding that the most dangerous opponent isn't the biggest, it's the one you underestimate. 6 seconds changed a gym. 6 seconds changed a teaching. 6 seconds changed 50 years. And it started with laughter that turned into silence, that turned into respect, that turned into transformation.